Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Kirk here again with the Bulls and Bears. It is Tuesday, June 16th. Markets had a huge sell-off day. Again, you can see that the S&P was down just about 1.25%. But the thing I wanted to talk about right off the bat here was trading on technicals. And I know a lot of you have heard me say this over and over again, and I'll keep harping on it continuously because that's really why I started this blog, is to help people that are out there that don't know how to trade or that are trading the wrong way. They're trying to trade on fundamentals, and let me tell you something, is that fundamentals are absolutely and completely dead for short-term trading. Now that's not to say, and I don't want to get 100 emails from people saying that there's no possible way to trade on fundamentals. That's not what I said. I said that for short-term and swing trading you cannot possibly make a profit trading on fundamentals. It's just too unrealistic. That's not to say that you can't get into something very long term, 2, 3, 4, 5 years on fundamentals. That makes more sense. But if you want to make day trading or swing trading a professional lifestyle, or even to make serious money at it, even though if you're not going to be professional, then you really need to learn technicals. And this today's actions really just drive home exactly what I was talking about. And I mentioned this a couple times throughout the day, and you can go back and check the old posts about what happened today. But here we are. This is actually a 20-day look, 5-minute interval of the S&P. And really what we've had ever since the beginning of June was just this choppy motion and this movement through this little wedge pattern that I have here on the chart between these two lines. Now on this day I said, as long as, and we had a clean breakout up top, but I had said vividly, and I remember I posted about it, so again you can go back and check that once we break out, it was either going to be a fake out or a breakout, and we would need to close above this support level. Well, that's not what we did. We came back down into this area, so that nullified this little breakout here and became a fake out or a fake breakout. Then we kind of traded sideways for a couple days here until we really got to the last couple of days actions. And really what's happened the last 2 days, I'm just going to zoom in here, and I've said this, is that we broke hard yesterday below the market and we closed below the market, which is the first sign that this is a good breakout, a clean breakout to the downside. Now this morning I posted twice that as long as we stay right near this, or right under this support level here, and you can see that both highs hit that level almost exactly on the dot where I have my green horizontal box. So again, you can go back and check these posts if you don't believe me. I don't change any of this stuff. It's not, it's not even realistic to change this stuff because the charts that I put on the morning post cannot be changed. They're pictures. So you can see here the market rallied up right to that level twice, and I even posted another update saying that that had held. This is the exact retracement level that we needed. And again, it's very normal for things to break out in wide swings and then retrace back that area, giving you a second opportunity. And here it was, right in this blue oval. This was your second opportunity today to get short. And you can better believe that most people fell into the trap and started buying up here and just got clobbered throughout the rest of the day. And this is what this hard selling is. This is people that are getting panicky because they just bought right here thinking that a new bull trend was starting, and that's not the case at all. This is very clearly a strong, weak downtrend. Again, getting back here, my target for this is somewhere right above 880, probably 885 is probably a more realistic area for this thing to bounce. But you better believe that we're going to start getting down there in a hurry over the next couple of days. More than likely before the end of the month is when we're going to get down there. So again, this is so important if you want to start building wealth, or if you want to do trading as a profession, or even just to make consistent money. I would hope that most people are trading to make money, not lose it, obviously. But you got to learn these technical things, and as members know, and I send out updates throughout the day, this was nothing more than a retracement that held, and that's why we didn't get panicked, we didn't sell any positions, and that's why we're doing a lot better at the end of the day. Okay, just going to point out one of our short positions. This is actually PCZ, and this position we are in right now, and you can see it was down just about a little over 3.25% today, really off the highs from when we shorted it way up here. It's down just about 12%. So this has been an amazing trade. Really, it's a play on oil and gas kind of falling over here. You can see that the last couple of days have just been absolutely incredible for this, but let me just highlight one thing, and that's this huge break of this trend line that it's been in for the better part of 3 months now. You can see that it's been bouncing right along this trend line, and now here we go. We have a very clean and very, very good break on this thing. This is not a fake out at all. This is a clean break. So this one is going to be a really good trade, but again, if you're not a member, you kind of missed it on this one. You've already missed the 12% move from here. Clearly 35 is a no-brainer at this point. 30 might be a little bit hard to get to, but we could get there if we see a significant pullback in oil. Okay, just some things to talk about here. This is GDX. This is one of those gold ETFs, and I just wanted to point out because technically it has made a very small breakout. A lot of people have been emailing and asking about the downtrend breakout here, or the breakout of this upward trending line here, and technically, like I said, this has made a breakout. Now, this is not as strong of a breakout. A nice strong breakout would be more down here in the 36 range type thing. So this needs a little bit more movement to come down. But here's what I think is going to happen with this. It's either going to come down here and retrace and hold underneath this trend line here, which would be another great area to short it again and give you a second opportunity, or this is just going to be nullified here in the next day or so, and it's just going to continue higher, and this is going to end up being a fake out or a fake breakout. So that's just something to keep in mind. I wouldn't get too overly short here in gold just yet, and still needs to move down a little bit more to confirm this. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about here, and this is actually just an idea that I ran over today. This is actually Microsoft, and it looks like it's at a pretty strong resistance level. Not only is this level right here around 24.25 serving as good support when it was bouncing along here up in the 30s, but it also is seeming to be the next neckline or major resistance point. The other thing I really like about this short idea is the fact that we've had almost non-stop updates for this thing for the better part of a month now. This thing has gone non-stop every single day, regardless of where the market's going, just chugging along here up until really today. And you can see on this chart, this is a classic shooting star pattern here. That is one of the best patterns I think I've probably seen in a long time, at the top of an uptrend, which is where it needs to be, at a resistance point, and then a shooting star pattern. So really, you had better believe if we start to see this thing fall down tomorrow in any meaningful way, that is really just the catch-all signal to jump in hand over foot here and short this thing, probably down to somewhere around $20 would be a realistic target. But again, this is exactly the type of setups that you want to start looking for in the market. And again, this is all technical analysis. This has nothing to do with reading the news or earnings about Microsoft whatsoever. The charts are telling you everything that you need to know. Okay, that ends the video for tonight. As always, please email me with questions or comments, and happy trading.